it. So now, this next question I'm about to ask you is a tricky one because we may each know somebody perhaps who's gay who could be offended by what you say. But a bill has been taken to the Parliament of Ghana after, the LGBT community center became a thing in Ghana in January of this year. The president of the country, when he spoke about this, says there's not enough pressure from the activists or the LGBT community to have legalization of LGBT in Ghana. And it is a touchy topic because even as a political party, you are careful taking a position. Whether your party has or the NPDC has taken a position, but I think it would be difficult for a party to take a position. So perhaps the strategy is individuals are taking their position. What is your position on what the bill contains and the entire homosexuality in Ghana? Do you think there should be something we accept in our country?
I support this bill 100%.
Why?
For me, this is not about NDC or MPP. It's about life.
Right.
Unfortunately, I didn't tell God to put me in Ghana or in Africa. That is where I find myself. I didn't choose my religion. I was born into a Christian home. And as an adult, I affirmed and gave my life to Christ.
Right.
So something that the Bible says that God hates. I cannot be hypocritical about it.
Right.
Sorry for whoever I would offend. The fact must be said. My fear in all this LGBTQ thing is what it ends with. The alphabet ends with a plus, which means that it is to infinity. That makes it even more scarier.
Right.
The plus will mean that tomorrow they may add another thing that must be respected or agreed upon. All of us have freedom. And in fact, sex in itself is a personal thing. It is something that you do indoors between you, your spouse, or whatever. It is not something that ideally is something for the open.
Right.
But unfortunately, when somebody wants to force me or is doing an advocacy on why we must accept something, I won't go for it. Let me add that, you see, let me tell you this story about Lot and Sodom and Gomorrah. Because of this act, these cities were burnt to ashes.
Right.
And to also add that, at a point in Sodom and Gomorrah, it was a force, because according to the Bible, when Lot had the visitors, they went knocking at the door of Lot and said, "Bring them out. We want to have them." So now, they had grown wings to the extent that they are demanding somebody who is not even gay. So it means that they are using rights to fight now. But tomorrow, you will not have the right to say that they can't have you. They will be so powerful that they will throw the rights that they are fighting for now, they will throw it away and tell you that you who is straight, you cannot have rights. Look at the offer. Look at the offer that Lot gave them. Look at the way we cherish our daughters who are virgins. But Lot said that for virgins, I have daughters who are virgins. I am offering them to you free. That is how dangerous it may become tomorrow. If we are just looking at it misleading ourselves. But tomorrow, they would even refuse a virgin who has been given to them free of charge. So for this, I will not sit down and say that we should close our eyes to it and say that we are giving them the rights. Give them 1 inch. And I tell you, they are going to go miles away from where we expected it. So for me, let's nib it. Let's nib it in the bud.
Right. Okay. So you are in support of the bill. You think it's going to pass. And people are saying, when we have these things on the book already. Our criminal law, our criminal code, I think at 2290 already has provisions that you can have unfamiliar, anal, whatever with somebody of the opposite sex. You can have an carnal knowledge of somebody from the opposite sex, and that is a criminal act. It's a misdemeanor, depending on whether you have with the person's knowledge or not. So this law is not necessary. This act is unnecessary because all this act really is doing is giving criminalizing.
You see, Amuzu, if you say somebody, if you say per what is in our logs, the laws, it says that unnatural carnal knowledge. Unnatural. This is vague. You understand? Unnatural carnal knowledge is vague. So we need to put flesh to it for we to know, for everybody to know that this law is being expanded to cover some few things and also to make it clear. You see, one good thing about this bill too is that nobody, unlike recently, if somebody sees two people of equal gender having sex, they pounce upon them, beat them, sometimes kill them. It is also illegal to do that. So the law is even giving protection to them. Do you understand? However, if you are caught, there are sanctions that you need to, how do you call it? There are sanctions that will befall you. You understand? So this bill is just making things clearer for everybody to know that these things we avoid. Today, we have a lot of chiefs who have come out openly to defend this. We have churches, we have people who have come out openly saying that this thing is not cultural. It is. Listen, can't we live our lives? We are Africa. We Africans. We know what we want. You understand? You can't force your values on us.
Right.
For instance, in Ghana or in Africa, polygamy is not a sin. You get it. People are free to, that is our life. We can't force it on Europeans. It is not their style.
Right.
So why do they want, you see, this issue about LGBTQ, whatever, P and the plus, let me say that it is because of poverty.
Right.
That is why somebody would decide that is imposing something on you. It is poverty. In Africa, if we are able, why don't they take it to the Arabian countries for them to accept it?
Right.
You understand? But for us, because they will say, we will not give you aid, we will not support you, we will not do A, B, C, D. That is why this bill is making the noise, there's noise around it.
Right.
Because if not that, we are free to do everything that we want to do as a people. So this should challenge us to also work hard, improve upon our economy, be self-sufficient, so that somebody will not force anything down your throat. Right.
But right now, the embassies of the countries are beginning to fight back with visa refusals to officials. I heard Suhuni has been refused. He was told that he wouldn't come back to Ghana if he traveled. How are we going to fight back?
You see, it's for me, if embassy is refusing somebody, we can also refuse people from coming to the country.
Right.
Or okay? Or if you decide that you will not give our people, how do you call it, visas when they apply, or people are advocating for that, you punish them. What is your use in the country anyway? Then fold up and leave.
Right.
Let me tell you, some of these, some of these countries, I tell you, they survive because of Africa. And if we become tough on them, some of their countries will fold up. That is why I am saying that the challenge depends on ourselves. We have to challenge ourselves, and as early as possible, we need to be self-sufficient.
Right. And that takes the sugar factories so that we can make our own sugar. Otherwise,
absolutely.
Countries, yeah. Okay, great.